victim and the...
Oh no!
It's
When the auntie singing with the balloons around, it's never a good sign.
Since we learned that the victim and the suspect in this case knew each other and that they had problems going back more than 2 years.
Cut that nigga off cause he got fake tendencies, so when he mention loyalty, he better not mention me. I'm making moves, want me to chill, I can't do that. I fell off from back of my feet, I got my groove back. And if I give you something to move, then you gon' move that. My nigga prove that, we shooting first, we don't shoot back.
Mr. King, the state police alleged that on July 10th of this year, he committed the offense of...
Them no demon eyes. Oh shit. Them eyes should be illegal in theyself. Lock that nigga up. FBI, open up. That is some devil eyes right there, man.
Murder.
He'd been shot in the chest. The responding officer immediately applying first aid as the wounded man said he couldn't breathe.
Right.
The officer, realizing the man was dying, asked him who shot him. And the man said, Mizzy Cash. Man, what's up, everybody? Cash beating his murder case even after the victim said his name before he died. July 10th, 2021, the Milton Police Department received a 911 call at 6:07 p.m. for a man that was shot. Officers arrived on scene locating a 25-year-old man laying in the grass between the street and the sidewalk. He'd been shot in the chest. The responding officer immediately applying first aid as the wounded man said he couldn't breathe. The officer, realizing the man was dying, asked who shot him, and the man said Mizzy Cash.
I guess Mizzy Cash must be his rap name.
It was all he was able to say as he began fading in and out of consciousness.
Damn.
Transported to Boston Medical Center, Marquise Simmons underwent emergency surgery and died on the operating table.
Damn.
Investigators spoke with witnesses at the shooting scene. One was walking groceries into his cousin's home when he heard two shots and saw two males running down the road.
Just two shots.
He stated both men were wearing face masks and tracksuits. The witness saw the victim laid out on the ground, so he took his shirt off to apply pressure to his chest before calling 911.
Damn,
Lastly,
he tried, bro.
The witness said he didn't hear any argument before shots were fired.
Now, this is important information, shorty, because if you don't hit no argue, if I don't go, bitch, see, that's a different story than somebody just pulled up, hopped out, two people had masks on, and they and alive somebody. You see what I'm saying? That's a hit. That's a targeted hit. So get this. My uncle accidentally became a millionaire because of a bird and some walnuts. Long story short, he driving home from work and a bird flies through his window and try to steal the walnuts that he was eating. Out of nowhere, a drunk driver in an 18-wheeler truck comes out of nowhere, smacks his car, totals it, and he ends up in a hospital for 42 days. Now this way it get better. He got a lawyer from Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury firm, and they handled all the paperwork, all the appointments, all the additional costs, and my uncle is now a millionaire living in Florida. So if you get seriously hurt, your case can be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan does not play around with lowball offers. They're the biggest for a reason. They've won a lot, and it only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. They've won $12 million in Florida and $26 million in Philly just for crash victims. That's 30 to 40 times what the insurance offered. If you are in an accident or if you're injured in any way, you should know how to protect your rights. Don't overthink it. Take action to protect your rights, and Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you the compensation you deserve if you become their client. And here's the best part. It's 100% free unless you win some money. If you think you got a case, you're just a few clicks away from changing your entire life. You can start your claim now at www.forthepeople.com/Mac or by scanning the QR code on the screen from your phone's camera. they treat that shit way different than me and you get into an argument. You grab for your gun, I pull mine out first, and then you end up unalive. Like, they treat that way different, you know what I'm saying? Versus when you put on mask, gloves, you loaded your gun up, got in your car, drove wherever you drove, found the dude you was looking for, hopped out the car, popped him twice, and ran. That's a completely different thing, you feel?
Police retrieved security camera footage from Tucker Elementary School around the corner from the shooting scene.
You smoked a nigga around the corner from an elementary school?
Footage revealed a black Mercedes with tinted windows driving by at a high rate of speed. Another witness heard the shots, went to the front of her home, and saw the Mercedes driving erratically with a main license plate attached. Investigators looked into the last words from the victim that night. The name, Mizzy Cash. Police quickly identified 21-year-old Boston rapper Miles King, who's had numerous interactions with Milton police in the past and had previously been identified by his alias.
Right.
Investigators observed multiple YouTube videos of Miles with a necklace reading Mizzy, and he'd previously been arrested in 2019 in a stolen vehicle with a loaded handgun. What came as a surprise was he was arrested in the stolen vehicle with the loaded gun in front of the home of the victim he was now suspected of killing.
FBI, open up!
Now that's spooky. I ain't gonna lie. See, I'm not one of them niggas that believe in coincidences.
Mizzy?
So it's like, something going on here, bro. You see what I'm saying? If you got locked up in front of the same house where your op died months, damn near a year before, and when your op died, the last thing he told the police was Mizzy Cash shot me. What am I supposed to think about that, bro?
He was listed as living in Milton, literally minutes away from the victim's home.
Right.
And detectives had previously seen a black Mercedes parked at Mizzy's house with a main license plate. A detective had drove past Mizzy's home before responding to the murder scene, observing a black Mercedes in the driveway and a woman standing at the rear of the vehicle manipulating the license plate.
Is this the same day of the murder this happened?
He was unable to read the plate, but was able to confirm it was a Massachusetts plate, not Maine.
Right.
The detective made eye contact with the woman, who immediately stopped what she was doing, as the detective continued on to the shooting scene, where he later connected the vehicle to the shooting.
So he saw that.
Returning to the home where it was parked at, the Mercedes was now gone. Detectives interviewed Mizzy's mom at the home, who stated she last saw her son at her salon in Roxbury. She gave him a haircut around 5:30 and then he left. She said she last spoke with him around 8:30 that night and told investigators she knew he was involved in a shooting, advising he was going to turn himself in.
Oh damn, mama snitched on his dumb ass.
FBI, open up!
Mama snitched on his ass. Oh bro, I ain't gonna lie. Shit.
After the shooting, Mizzy Cash was arrested at the Milton police station on a warrant for murder.
Damn.
July 12, 2021, Mizzy Cash appeared in court. Details emerging as the district attorney explained how Mizzy allegedly murdered Marquise after Marquise pulled up to his house on a scooter, only making it a few yards before being gunned down.
Damn.
Authorities had yet to release a motive for the murder, but family believed it stemmed from the fact that both men were rappers and used to be friends, and that Mizzy had a vendetta against Marquise dating back to when he was arrested outside of the victim's house 2 years prior.
2 years ago, okay.
The victim's mother spoke with the news saying she's numb because she lost her sister. 2 years later, she lost her dad.
Damn.
And 2 years after that,
that's crazy.
She's now lost her son.
The whole family gone, really.
Mizzy Cash, at only 21 years old, was facing life for the murder of his friend turned enemy. But in June of 2025, almost 4 years later, Mizzy Cash has been released after beating his murder case.
How the hell he beat that?
Yeah! He said niggas is really old, nigga. Niggas is really old, nigga.
Boston blogs would share videos of his
That's
release.
crazy. How he beat that case though? That's what I want. I want to figure out why he beat that case. You know what I'm saying? And even though it was a short clip, like it seemed like he did it. He know he did it, and he happy he didn't come out like, I know he happy he been in jail for 4 years. I know he finally happy he home and shit like that. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. But it's like, if you know you did it, or if you know what happened, or you know you had something to do with it, I don't know, folks. Like, I don't know.
And the hopes that he's able to get back to dropping music just in time for the summer. With Boston's rap scene falling victim to the crabs in a bucket mentality, hopefully one artist is able to make it out and shed light on the city, because all it takes is one. But to beat a murder case in which the victim's last words were your name.
The victim said your name. The detective seen a black Mercedes at your house, and he seen a girl manipulating license plate, and then as soon as she seen the detective, she stopped. Then when the detective go to the scene and he come back to the house, the car gone. His mama told the police that he had been involved in a shooting and was gonna turn himself in. And on top of all that, the victim said your name. That's tough, folks. I ain't gonna lie. Only thing I can think of is they didn't have enough DNA evidence, and at the end of the day, they did have masks on. So it wasn't no way to, without a reasonable doubt, it wasn't no way for them to really prove that it was him. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, damn though, like.
Your car was seen fleeing the scene.
Right.
Your own mom said you were involved in a shooting.
Right.
To beat that murder case is nothing short of a miracle.
Nah, for
and
sure.
hopefully, Mizzy Cash takes full advantage of the chance that he now has.
Probably not. He probably gonna come out gangbang. See, this what happened with these niggas. They don't look, when that shit happened, they don't look like, just like King Von. They don't look at it like, okay, God really gave me a whole nother chance to turn my life all the way around. I'm finna sit my monkey ass down, make some music, make some money, and I'm gonna try to right my wrongs a little bit in the world. They don't do that. They come home and feel more invincible. They feel more gangster. They feel like they got more savage points. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they more real now. He coming home, certain people scared of him. Certain people rocking with him just because he beat the murder. People happy for him. He probably getting clout. He getting views now and shit. So it's like, niggas don't really come home and take advantage of it for real. You know? Like, niggas come home and be like, now if he didn't do it, he ain't do it. It ain't nothing for him to right his wrong on, you know? But niggas come home and feel like they more gangster. It's like everybody that they catch, everything they do wrong is like more and more like, it feed them. I don't know, folks. It's weird.
Now, I covered this case 3 years ago.
Yeah, I reacted to this a minute
And I'm going
ago.
to be honest with you. When I covered this case, I was like, yeah, he's done. He's
done.
cooked.
Yeah.
Because the victim died
saying your name.
after saying your name.
Right.
Who shot you? Mizzy Cash. Whose car did we see fleeing the scene?
Mizzy Cash.
Mizzy Cash. Whose moms said he was involved in a shooting?
Mizzy Cash. Right, like, damn.
And he beat that motherfucker.
That's
you need
crazy.
to take your lawyer on vacation. I know you're gonna see this video. Whoever the fuck your lawyer was, take him to Dubai, take him somewhere,
No, for
Turks,
real.
whatever, because
Oh,
they
bro.
pulled some shit off. And hopefully,
No cap.
you know, obviously drill music is drill music, whatever. Hopefully the time that you sat down,
Nope.
you were able to process the direction your life was going.
Nope. It don't look like it. It don't look like these. I don't put that. I don't give these niggas that much credit, bro. They be slow as a box of chips. For real though. Like, I don't give niggas that much credit. I don't think he did. I think he finna come back. He damn near finna diss. Drop some subliminal disses in the song. And I don't know if it worked like this, but I think the feds could come pick this up if they really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but they might be playing some type of game with his ass, where, you know? I don't know.
And hopefully you're able to take this music and take it to another level. We saw how Chief Keef completely transformed Chicago. And so many artists came out of Chicago. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Kodak Black came out and was the next big name out of Florida, and then a ton of Florida rappers followed after.
Yeah.
All it takes is one.
No cap.
And if Boston can actually support Boston, stop hating on each other or killing each other, then possibly somebody can make it out and actually put Boston on the map.
Yeah, but these niggas
as
slow.
a hip hop city, because there's a lot of talent. It's just talent that hasn't broken through.
Yeah.
But rest in peace to the victim.
Rest
in this
in peace
case,
to the victim,
Mizzy
for sure.
Cash. I hope you are able to succeed in this life that you have just gotten back.
Rest in peace to the victim.
Understand they wanted to take away your freedom for the rest of yours, and you've just gained it all. So take a second to breathe, understand your new situation, and really make a plan to move forward. Because I'm gonna be honest, even though you just did almost 4 years, you're gonna forget about that in about 3 months.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna feel like you're back on the street. You're
You
gonna
outside.
forget what it's like, you know,
Yeah.
waking up when the doors pop and getting
Yeah.
a tray and this and that. All that shit goes away so fast, you get comfortable quick.
Yeah.
So my best advice to you is don't get comfortable.
Oh God.
Keep yourself disciplined.
And nigga, don't forget about the fact that it's still, but just because the police found you innocent or they let you go or whatever, that don't mean the streets did. And that nigga got, I don't know how involved in the streets dude was, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know what he had going on, but it ain't no guarantee like that his cousins ain't pissed off. It ain't no guarantee that his mama ain't, or his shooter, or his little brother. So you don't be outside in Boston lollygagging, just tweaking and geeking like somebody won't come do you wrong, do you the worst way because they think you did something to, like, you feel me, whether you did it or not. Bro. So shit, don't be out here just lollygagging like it's chicken ass is sweet, for I'm telling you, gang. Bro, cause somebody will come do it to you just as fast as they got done to them. I'm telling you right now, gang. I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you.